Good morning everyone, it's Tanya again. It's Sunday morning the 21st of December and I've just driven an hour and 20 minutes into North Yorkshire and I'm spending the day at Swinton Park, which is a luxury hotel, spa and cookery school. Just a little peek from outside. I'm having to be quiet because I don't want to intrude on the guests staying at the hotel.
We've all got half an onion per person, okay? So what I'd like you to do is, if you have a look, you can see you've got the onion where it's being cut, and then at the opposite end you've got the root. So that's the root end, you can see there. Now I'll just quickly demonstrate. I've got the cut end pointing off towards my right hand side with my knife in my right hand, and I've got the root pointing off to my left. Now, this will apply to onion, shallot, anything like this that you're doing. Now you can see the onion starts to arc, and as it starts to sort of come down about there, that's where I'm going to make the first cut. So I'm going to go across, but I'm going to stop. I don't want to come out the other side of the onion. You may have already known this, but if not, do that all the way down the onion, probably about 5 times or 6 times, depending on the size of the onion. Once you've done that, you need to go as close to the root as you possibly can without going out the other side of the onion. Turn the onion then 90 degrees, so the root's at 12 o'clock and the cut end's facing towards you. Using the point of the knife, go through the onion, but not again through the root, down to the chopping board. And just pull that knife through so it starts creating lots of little layers. Once you've done that, return it back to its original starting position. The pans that you currently have today, at this moment in time, will probably work only 2 parts. Top left, bottom right. Okay? Now, you can see you've got the whole unit. Silver control dial in the middle activates the heat off the onion. And I'm just going to add a little pinch of salt and pepper just to get me going. So, I put my pan on, I've got my oil in. What I said was, if you need to turn the stove up or down, then all you do, slide the dial out and back. Now, I started to mention earlier on about the prawns. These are being de-shelled and de-veiled. Now, some of you may want to be using king prawns over the Christmas period. These are obviously raw, in that raw stage. Now, you'll notice if you have a look at the prawn, you can see there's like a black vein on the inside of the prawn. Don't worry about that one, it's not that one you need to worry about, okay? It's the one on the outside. So, for anyone who doesn't know, and the politest way I can mention is it's the poop shoot, okay? That's the best and politest way I could do it. I joined a restaurant called 21 Queen Street in Newcastle. Right. The chef was a guy called Terry Laybourne. He still has a restaurant in Newcastle called Cafe 21. So I was 16 at the time. I was on the old YTS scheme. Yeah. So £29.50 a week. £10 of that went to my mum for board, and the other £10 was my bus fare, and the rest of it belonged to me for the rest of the week. I did 3 years apprenticeship there under Terry Laybourne. Terry Laybourne's 21 Queen Street was the first Michelin-starred restaurant in the northeast of England. I did 3 years training. I then went to Claridge's Hotel in London. I left Claridge's Hotel. I went to work for some bloke called Gordon Ramsay.
Ramsay?
Yeah. Ex-Glasgow Rangers. He never actually made it professional because he damaged his knee before he made it professional. So Gordon had a restaurant. I would have probably got to Gordon in around 1994. Gordon wasn't really, well, he was known, but he had no Michelin stars, he had no accolades or anything. And I must have been, 19 at the time when I joined the team. And it was brutal, but it was good. It was good. I learned something, but I probably could have learned more, but the hours...
Was it as brutal as people say?
Yeah. My day, I had to be at work in the kitchen changed by 7 AM, and I would leave anywhere between 12:30 and 2:30 the next morning. Came to Gidley Park in Devon, chef with the artificial arm. I did in total 7.5, nearly 8 years, and then more recently I worked at Rockcliffe Hall in Darlington, which is Devonshire Arms at Bolton Abbey.
Yeah.
I spent some time in Ireland for about 6 months helping a friend of mine out who got a Michelin star last year. So, like I say, you could just have this on its own, Obviously this would be ideal later on, but we can't wait till the end of everything to bring it all together. We've got to get things cooked so you can have a little try of it.